Do you think Thanatos is like cleaning up a part of the area, being like,
You dare defile my
Temple of Thanatos? I'm like, sorry, no one's been here for thousands of years. I'm sorry, it's kind of a mess. Also, get out, you're defiling my temple. The domain of death lies outside the realm of Olympus and the world of mortals. It existed long before the rule of the Titans and the Olympians, and remains one of the most feared places by both men and gods alike. Few have ever ventured here. None have left alive. Well, yet. None have left alive yet. Honestly, this is a pretty tame place. I mean, when I think of God of War 1 and the fact that when we went to the underworld, we were pretty much constantly surrounded by just rivers of gore. A decrepit old ruin is not that intimidating. Oh no, there are vines and chains! You're so scary, Thanatos. Ah. But I guess we're more scared of the concept of death rather than the place that people end up between death. I still don't have a full perception as to what the fuck the point of this place is. So it's kind of like, I guess the underworld takes souls after they've been, I don't know, processed. And in between that, people end up stuck here. Where they, I don't know, die more? Because, I mean, people get tortured in the underworld, so I don't know. It just feels like a redundant thing to have like two places that are basically where you end up after death. At least in a negative context. Because there's obviously the Gardens of Elysium, I think it was called. And that was more of like a positive, heavenly kind of place where Calliope ended up. Don't know where the fuck our wife went, but whatever, we don't care about her. She's like never brought up in any other light. But yeah, having two places where everyone's like,
never find what you seek.
Having two places there like, oh, it's a really bad place you don't want to go when you die. It's redundant. Wait, hold on. What's to the left? Before I get off of this, I'm not able to go back up. Yeah, okay, nothing. I've been rused! Whoops, right, did that a little bit early. Is there gonna be anything else here for us besides our brother? Oh my gosh. Okay. I'll admit, I'm a little concerned about that. Well, that's just because it's kind of big and smashy. Oh boy. Gotta go fast! Gotta go fast! There is nowhere else for me to go here, right? Yeah, okay. There is a gate back there, but either it's not going to open ever, or we have to open it up elsewhere. Oh, Christ. Can I break these? Hey, they shake! Awesome! Okay guys, look, here's the drill. I don't want to be fighting 50,000 skeletons, so I'm gonna systematically kill all of you and get back to breaking the giant crushy wall of death. Which seems more like it would just hit you really hard, splat you a little bit, and then launch you into the hole. Which I guess is, you know, the point. In one way or another, you're going to die. Whether it's the bottomless pit or the sheer velocity of the wall hitting you in the face. Okay, guys. I'm chilling. I don't need to do anything else besides just press left on the D-pad. Ow. How dare you? Aha, I can infuse this attack. I just have to start the combo, and while I'm locked into it, hold down R1. Nice. I've been mostly just spamming normal attacks while holding R1. So I haven't really been like doing my combos like this. When I totally could be doing my most powerful attacks while boosting their damage. I think I'm supposed to be destroying the gears. I mean, obviously, but I think I'm supposed to be destroying the gears first, rather than killing all the skeletons, because they are still showing up! Go away! They're not even respawning, they're just different skeletons. Which, you know, the Realm of Dead would probably have quite a number of. Here. That's cool. I kind of get knocked the fuck out all around the place, well, whatever. Don't do that. The yelling skeleton thing, not a fan. I think it's controversial and contradictory. Okay, I'm gonna go destroy the other gear now because I'm done with this. I'm over it. Ghost in the machine. I did get down and dirty in pretty much the engine of the machine. Don't do that. You still around here, buddy? Too bad. Just grab him by the leg. I think there are 2 chests right back out in this hallway, so while that fight hurt, I can immediately undo it. Nope, not here. That's fine. Eventually. Do I have to push this all the way back to open the gate? Oh, hello! I'm glad I kept on going. Those would have been really easy to miss. Yeah, just take it off. I'll just assume the next section won't have infinite respawning skeletons to spook me. That was a little overkill for what I needed. There we go. I'm trying to jump off here, right? I was spamming X and it wasn't letting me do anything. I had to wait. Oh, they gave me 2 health chests. Don't know what could have hurt me in between the other room and here. Oh, God, I hate these ones. can't grab the lady because she's right behind this fucker. Oh, I could have killed her. Dodge! Ah, God, she grabbed me! It was like one way or another, I was gonna get grabbed by one of these guys. I just figured it'd be the Cyclops. Hey, y'all. Oh, great, another one. Well, now that I've blown my magic, I guess we'll just have to fight this. Ah, God, come on! Seriously! Stop! I will gladly just kill you without having to do the animation. No, I'm blocking! Come on! I hate this. They just go through it. It's the most annoying attack in the game! And that one went all around the pad. I'm surprised there wasn't a triangle mixed in there. Oh, what the fuck? I was out of the way! That's the reason people are really scared of death. It cheats. Nope, I'm making sure you die. Alright, health. And spazzing camera. I was out of the way, man. I was out of the way and she still just managed to latch on. Did I break this? Doesn't feel like it. But I do see two chests way over there. What's up with that? I guess they'll open up eventually. Or maybe I'm missing out on something big and important. I'll be fine. I pretty much maxed everything I actually care about. Oh no, skeletons! I'm just gonna walk by. I want to see what I'm dealing with first. Okay, we have a lever. Hey, look at that! Excuse me, guys. I don't know if it's timed for me to go back to the gate, so I'll be right back, okay, guys? Thanks. The skeletons are pretty cool guys. I guess when you don't really have any guts, you're not really worried about things anymore. You're already dead. You can wait around a little bit more. Okay. Now we'll go back to our buddies. I have 14,000 souls. What would I even jokingly throw points into? I guess the Eye of Atlantis is like okay. Eye of Atlantis. It has arc lightning now. It strikes additional enemies. Yay. And then we get a Fury of Poseidon, which is a funny thing to get a bonus of. Just because of how much we just completely decimated Poseidon City. So Fury of Poseidon, we just channel all the anger he has towards us and we use it on enemies. I need y'all to be gone, because I'm not trying to open the door while I'm getting wailed in the back by skeletons. just like fell apart immediately afterwards. Alright, now I saw a chest over here. Oh look, magic! I didn't know if it was gonna be one chest, magic and or health. Oh, we got both, we're fine. Alright, we proceed onwards. I still feel like this place isn't really all that intimidating. It's just kind of... Obviously, it doesn't need to be intimidating. It's not like he's the god of intimidation. I just feel like when everything is saying how worried everybody is about the realm of death, I would need some things to incentivize me being worried about the realm of death. Okay. So how long does that last? Because I'm hearing what sounds like that general timer. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's annoying. Oh, hey, it locked into place. Well, that's nice at least. Do I have to go that way? I have a feeling I do. But what's to the left? Because there's kind of a platform there too. And that makes me think chess. I hope those aren't on two separate timers, because that would really suck if I kind of screwed myself over here. I think we're fine though. Yeah, alright. Oh no! There are more flames! No, I don't want it that way. Here we go. There. All right. I'm glad, even though my arms are clearly like right above this damn shield, I'm not getting like super burned or frozen or anything, just because I'm holding it up. It really is a powerful shield. Maybe I'm just using my god powers in it. Even though I still don't know the full grasp of our powers. Fury of Poseidon. Tap O rapidly to create more arcs. Hey, we got one of those. Okay. I will try it out once or twice. See how powerful it can be. Because I have kind of put it on the back burner. Just because it didn't really seem too impressive. Especially in comparison to the Aranus, like, death orb thing. Not much a bigger fan of that. Hey, is that Deimos? Wow! We're probably gonna have to fight him. Deimos! He's gonna be like pissed off and crazy from being in this realm for so long. And that's gonna be really sad.
Brother, you are safe now. You let this happen to me. You were supposed to protect me. Did you think I would forget? Did you think I would forgive? I will never forgive you, brother.
Okay. Does it mean you're gonna attack me? Yeah, okay. Look, man, I killed our mother already. Me having to kill you is just another day in the life of Kratos. It truly is tragic. I am a little sad that we couldn't get a little bit further with talking to Deimos before he was like, "Oh, you said you would protect me. I'll never forgive you." Ah! Hey, no, don't do that. It really is our brother. Ah! I actually wanted to wail on him again, but I accidentally threw him. Ow, 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 God, stop, stop! I mean, I'm doing work here. We keep on getting rewarded stuff because we're progressing through our phases. Uh-oh. I can't see him. Ah! Who knows what kind of crazy things he can do while he's out of screen. Whoa! Did he just throw sand in my face? Oh, Jesus. Didn't I do that to him when we were younger? That's a nice little callback, I suppose. Ow. So even after all these years of being separated, he was still learning from us in the past and in the future. I just want to have a nice conversation with Deimos. We were just kids.
You left me.
Ow. Ow. You were...
Fight me.
You were abducted, man. How was I supposed to stop two gods abducting you?
You, Kratos.
Ow. Hey, is that Thanatos? Is he just gonna chuck my brother out of here?
You killed my daughter, Spartan. And now you will suffer for it.
Were we ever supposed to interpret that he gave a shit about Aratus? Okay, that is a little inconvenient that he went down into the clouds. He kicked our ass a little bit there. Feeling a little woozy. We have to get up. We have to save our brother, I think. I hope I get to use god powers. That'd be pretty nice. If I show Deimos how far we've come. Suicide Bluffs. That's a hell of a name, okay?
You no longer have power over me, Thanatos.
Except for, you know...
I'm coming for you, brother.
Besides getting pushed around. Wait, was Deimos pissed off?
Hold on much longer!
was Deimos just pissed off at us because of the thing on his arm? It was controlling him? Is that what we were supposed to go for? Alright. I'm on my way! You can wait the entirety of your life, you can wait 5 more seconds. I'm coming, Deimos! Oh, it swapped out the button press. Here we go.
Spartan never lets his back hit the ground. Right, brother?
I will not lose you again, Deimos. Come! The fight is not over.
Hey, I just upgraded those to max. You better appreciate that, Deimos. Deimos now has the arms of Sparta. He will aid you in battle.
Come,
Cool.
brother, follow me!
I mean, that is actually kind of neat. I am totally down
Nearly there, Kratos!
for a companion who uses the things I don't use to help me out with them.
The Oracle may have yet spoken truth. The marked warrior shall bring about the destruction of Olympus. Ares chose poorly that day. He took your brother when it should have been you. None of that matters now. Nothing you do is of your own choosing. The gods do not decide my fate, Thanatos!
You need a cough
The
drop?
gods decide, and the Sisters of Fate make it so. You are nothing but a pawn in a game you don't even know is being played. Pathetic.
Being ignorant is not being
Is
pathetic.
the time, Kratos. The beginning of the end.
Yeah, I'm totally down for killing the god of death. Alright, Deimos! Let's rumble. Press down and Deimos will throw the spear. He can throw spears when his meter is full. Alright. I don't know exactly what functions or when I'm supposed to throw the spear, but I'm basically gonna just chunk it every single time I can. Deimos! It recharges really fast. The fucking blinding my eyes. Hey, stop that. I am down for the double teaming against the god. You know, it's amusing to see that we get our first taste of having like a companion in battle in the 2010 version, or a 2010 version of God of War, and it was on the PSP? That is so interesting. Oh, I tried to dodge. Ah! Deimos! Oh!
Escape your fate.
Ow. Yeah, okay. It was telling me to parry, and I'm just like, not paying attention. Oh! That didn't seem like something I could parry. The gods can transform! That is a most unfortunate thing! Oh boy. Ow. I dodged when I should have parried. I think we can both hurt his arm now. I can spam it! Deimos! God, Deimos! Learn to dodge! Ow! Okay, I can't talk.
Deimos!
Oh, he's brought himself back into normal form. You know, I feel like you were probably going to survive a lot more had you just stayed in the giant form. This fucker moves around a lot. It's kind of annoying. Hey, you know what? Oh, I was about to say, if you're so pissed off about your daughter being dead, why don't you connect with her a little bit? I tried. You know, I hope we get another, like, giant battle. Because, I'm the God of War. I love to use my own godly powers. Unless I haven't, like, received the full force of them yet or something. That's not really been established. Ow! I like how he flew away to go transform himself. Like, it's absolutely necessary for him to, like, make sure he's out of our line of sight before he transforms. And obviously that's like a game limitation thing. But it's just funny to think that he's just embarrassed. Like, he doesn't want to see us transform. Ow. It's alright! I'm used to it! Ah! I don't know, like, what I'm supposed to tell him to throw out the thing. Is it every time it shows up? Deimos, no! You don't have the power of the gods! That's what I'm fucking talking about! Alright! So we haven't had Rage of the Sparta, or Rage of Sparta, or what, Rage of the Gods, Rage of the Titans, anything you want to call it, for the entirety of the game. And it's so they could have saved it for this one moment where we kill the God of Death with furious levels of power.
Insignificant, Kratos.
What does that make you then, huh? If I'm insignificant and you're dying to me, then you never truly mattered to begin with.
Because of you.
My brother didn't suffer because of me, my brother suffered because of the gods. And what happens when they let fear take over their minds?
Your fate lies in the hands of Olympus, ghost of Sparta.
Yeah, you say that, but don't worry. I know how to deal with the hands of fate. Deimos gonna live past this? Because I have a feeling he's not. Deimos! The death of death. It will also be the death of our brother? Oh. We fought all the way down into the realm of the death itself. Only for him to be taken out and killed at the last moment. Maybe he can sleep it off. Path of Solitude. I like how it's called Path of Solitude. Is it normally called the Path of Solitude, or is it only called the Path of Solitude because we're walking on it really sad and alone? You know? Death normally likes to take lonely walks out here. No one likes him, so no one ever comes to visit. I wonder if it'll be like Deimos has to become the god of death because someone has to maintain the realm.
Come now.
Ah!
I have a fresh plot for him.
Fuck you, Zeus. I don't want to put him in there. Ugh, I can't walk past him. The music just kind of awkwardly turns off. Is he seriously dead? Only one remains. Ah! He died so anticlimactically, too.
You are free now, brother.
Well, at least Zeus is putting in the effort to actually finish burying him. That's kind. Not today, Kratos. Not today.
By the gods, what have I become?
Death, the destroyer of worlds.
It is done. You have let go of that which made you mortal. Your ties to this world are severed. You are ready to be a god.
Is this all a game to you, Athena? It is not over, Athena. The gods will pay for this.
Forgive me, brother.
So was Deimos also the son of Zeus? More than likely. Zeus gets around in Greek mythology. Okay. I guess that's Ghost of Sparta, or God of War Ghost of Sparta. I'm a little sad that Deimos died in the way that he did. I figured that he wasn't gonna live past this game, or that he obviously was gonna, something was going to happen to make him not show up. Whether he died, or he went off to venture off into the world on his own to see what he's missed while he's being tortured for pretty much all of his life, or he becomes the god of death itself. I figured something was gonna happen there. And I was hoping it was gonna be more of those last two, rather than just he dies. Especially because he kind of just gets grabbed once, tossed off to the side, and dies immediately. And that makes sense because he's not like Kratos, he's not really imbued with godly powers or anything like that. So yeah, being thrown against a wall by the god of death, probably gonna do a lot of damage, as it obviously ended up doing. But yeah, okay, that's Ghost of Sparta. That was alright. That was alright. One thing that's weird about this is that it's never fully made clear to me, like, what we're supposed to be like in this game. Because this takes place between God of War 1 and God of War 2. In God of War 2, we begin our assault against the gods because we get betrayed pretty much within the first 30 minutes of the game. And at the beginning of God of War 2, we demonstrate our godlike powers, like, immediately. We land, we show the ability to grow large, and we have our armor and all this stuff, and then shit happens to kind of, like, strip us of our powers. So, I don't know if, like, we just don't have the full godlike powers yet, or what, because this game, the God of War series so far has a lot of problems with really demonstrating Kratos' strength. It's like Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball, they have the power to, like, shatter planets in, like, a single punch if they really wanted to. But they're just kind of, like, punching each other really, really hard. And it's hard to tell, like, what the power creep is there, because I don't know if I'm hitting things and I'm able to take them out because I'm powerful as a god, or if because Kratos is really good at swinging around his fucking blades. That's never really established, and we're never really, in this game, talked about our powers as a god. We get acknowledged as, you know, as the Lord of Sparta, or just the people praise us as, you know, the God of War, because we are. But if we're running around basically, like, leading armies and shit as the God of War, doesn't that mean we have those powers? I don't know. It's just never fully established. And that kind of was, that kind of took me out a little bit, because I'm constantly being like, do I really need to do all of this? I am somewhat of a god of war. It's in the title. And we've had that since God of War 1. I'm not fully sure, but we do get to see some nice touches for the story. We get to see kind of Zeus at the end declaring that we're the destroyer of worlds, getting a little bit more of that reinforcement of the gods themselves being afraid of Kratos. We get to see that maybe even before they got the element of extreme fear and paranoia from the Pandora's box, even in Kratos' past, when they took Deimos, they were still frightful of things like the prophecies of them being destroyed by other sons of Zeus. Whoops. So we got a little bit of a touch, and I guess that's all you can really get when you go into kind of like a side-off game. Just a little bit more of an expansion of the story, even if it feels a little bit weird, especially since this came out after God of War 3, which is that. So that's two things. We played God of War 2, we played God of War 3, and this came out after all of that. So it felt like in some ways we took a step backwards, and in some ways we took a step forwards. It was nice at the end to see kind of like an element of companionship. I actually wish that lasted a little bit longer. I would have really liked to have had maybe another entire section where you're with Deimos fighting against armies of the dead or something, and then you fight against Death himself. Instead, you just get the boss fight and he's dead immediately, and that makes it a little disappointing, especially because as a player, I didn't really have anything to really give a shit about Deimos for, especially knowing that he probably wasn't going to live past it, so that's weird, but this was alright. I felt it was a little easy, a lot easier than the other God of War games on their normal settings. Maybe that was just because of the magic and just the way that you can kind of combo things. The fire and the airness ability, both of those combined to make it so that I was just, for a lot of those fights, I just spammed those and the enemies couldn't retaliate. And you can see why, like, a lot of times in the other God of War games, they make it so enemies kind of just in the middle of your combo just block your attack in an annoying way. Because otherwise, yeah, you would just stun lock them forever until they die. Even the big monsters kept on getting stun locked to the point that they couldn't retaliate, and that was kind of amusing to me. In terms of the magic abilities, obviously I only really tried out a few of them a few times. I really only used the airness one the most. The ice hammer thing, literally never used that again. Well, actually, no, I used it once and saw that it didn't instantly freeze the big target, so yeah. That might be a thing where either it doesn't instantly freeze ever on the big guys, or you have to upgrade it to a higher level in order to do that, because that's what you had to do with the Gorgon's gaze in like God of War 1. So that makes sense. I didn't level up points into it, so yeah. But overall, this was all right. And when I think about it as a PlayStation portable title, rather than just fully like a PlayStation 3 title, obviously it makes a lot more sense as to why certain things were a little bit more limited in areas, and to also be a little bit impressed with the way it was. If I had played this on the PlayStation Portable back in the day, I definitely would have been a little bit impressed, because when you think of mobile games, I still have the stigma against mobile games where they're just gonna look like crap. And obviously, while this is remastered, so it looks a little bit better than the PlayStation Portable version anyways, obviously the base assets are there, and it looks good, and it plays obviously like a God of War game. So being able to translate the full-scale experience down to something mobile and then back up is obviously pretty good and impressive in and of itself. So overall, this was a fun experience. Oh, what's going on here? And then Zeus buries the god of death. Are we gonna get full confirmation that this is Zeus in this after credits? Or is it always just implied?
Now, only one remains.
Hey, here's us in our super cool badass armor that I would have loved to have had for all of the game. Kratos and his intense levels of anger towards the gods. Ha ha ha. Alrighty. Well, with Ghost of Sparta completed, that leaves us with one God of War game left amongst all of the original games before God of War 2018 comes out. So we're gonna end off here and then head off into God of War Ascension, which was more of a full-on PlayStation 3 title, and it is gonna be a little bit longer than Ghost of Sparta ended up being. And that one's gonna be weird because that one chronologically takes place first out of all the other God of War games. So we're gonna see how that gets handled when we're literally not even a God of War or have ever even killed Ares or anything really, because it's before God of War 1, and that's an intense level of prequel backtracking. Oh my god. So thank you guys for watching this. This was alright. It was a fun little tiny experience. And we'll end off here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.